and you have 3 kids with her, and then you find out that one of the kids is not yours, that means that your wife cheated on you. Crazy. How about if you found out that 2 of the kids that you thought were yours are not? Your blood is probably boiling at this point.
Right.
Well, guess what? In Deshaun Flood's case, this man found out that all 3 of the kids were not his. And to make things even worse, not only was this woman cheating on this man, she was cheating on him with his relatives. So
We're literally like 36 seconds in. Like, damn.
Mercy.
kids belong to his relatives. After getting this information, Deshaun decides to go down to his wife's job and confront her about it. She sees him coming and runs inside of one of her coworkers' car. That didn't stop Deshaun from shooting her multiple times. And when she tried to run while shot, Deshaun chased her down and pistol whipped her. After hearing the gunshot, some of the coworkers called the cops. The cops came, arrested Deshaun, and the wife made it to the hospital where she survived. There are some people on the internet that are saying it's a valid crash out because not only was she cheating on him, she was cheating on this man with his relatives. And others are saying that they believe that he took it too far.
Wow. So I'm seeing this story everywhere. And if this story is true, this is a heartbreaking situation. I mean, this is a conversation that a lot of people are having. And of course, this falls into the line of like crime of passion, where most people are looking at this and saying, yeah, okay, we understand no person should go around shooting anybody who's not trying to end your life. Listen, it's divided, right? These are not just men. Let's see what the people have to say.
God damn. Yes, that is way too much. You should never shoot anyone who's not shooting you or stabbing you. You know what I'm saying? If it's not in self-defense or in defense of your family. I just have a question, right? Serious question, too. When we hear these wild stories, what should the consequence be? Because I know we're not going to sit here and act like there should be no consequence. When you hear these men who refuse to drug test their children at birth, not drug test, blood test, paternity test, the test to see if they are the real father. When you see these guys who refuse to do it and they find out later, I'm 37. When I'm 37, because I'm 31 right now, when I'm 37, my twins are 5, my youngest baby girl is 2. My youngest going to be 8, and my twins going to be 11. I have 3 children. They're all mine. DNA tested. And I'm married. I just fully support that. What should the consequence be? Because for the real fathers, like, I'm doing it all, yo. Everything from the time I wake up, I'm thinking about them. I'm thinking about how to provide better, how to make their lives better. Like, motherfucker, this weekend, we took a weekend trip. Because I feel like I'm just creating memories with their ass now. And last weekend, we was in Orlando. This weekend, we was in St. Augustine. That's for them children. You feel what I'm saying to you? Like, some of us take this fatherhood shit serious. Take the time out. PTA meetings, buying shit for school, being involved, all our time, all our money, our whole lives go toward these children. Can you imagine fathering some children for that long? And you find out that this tricking, conniving, obviously, no, I'm not saying you should kill her.
Right.
I'm just saying, what should be the consequence?
I think he brings up a good point there. I think part of the reason why so many people look at the situation, they're kind of like, is because we know there aren't real consequences for paternity fraud.
Well, to cut into what he's about to say, let's just hear him finish.
People don't really recognize it for the horrific crime it actually is. The Coffee Pot is backed by FathersHaveRights.com. The ultimate prenup prep guide. Imagine you're a man who's been convinced that these are your children. Your whole world is destroyed. Your whole world is destroyed. And from what I know when it comes to family laws, there's some terrible laws when it comes to this type of situations. And I'm talking about you're married, your wife has a kid by another man. In some states, you're responsible for the child support, even if you guys don't work out for that child. Can you believe that? Ridiculous. And so John Cannon, you guys can go check him out on TikTok. The creator here says, I'm 31. I'm married. If I was in this situation, I'd be devastated. I'm 31, married as well. Any man who takes the role as a father very seriously would be extremely devastated.
So now we know why a lot of women do not want mandatory DNA tests. Because if mandatory DNA test were there the moment of birth, a lot of women would be caught for cheating and trying to finesse men to be fathers when they know that they're not. If this Deshaun Hood case hasn't proved that, this man was married with 3 beautiful kids, so he thought. This man thought he had the perfect life. Had a marriage, 3 kids, thought he was doing everything. Probably for every birthday, for every Christmas, probably showing up for all that. Then just to come to find out that neither one of these kids are his. And I've even seen reports of people saying that potentially each baby belongs to a different man in his family. Bro, I'm surprised he didn't do more than what he did. And thank God that lady's still alive, because I don't wish death on nobody. But at the same time, man, you asked for everything you got. You asked for everything you got. You literally...
I agree with him, but I don't think anybody actually gets shot or get killed or try to get, taken off. I wouldn't say that, but for some females probably don't want paternity tests. Is probably one of the big reasons why. Scenario: the woman's being pregnant, she's dating Buki. She already know the dude named Buki is not gonna be a fit father. He don't give a fuck about her. He give a fuck about the kids. He just only want to get some pussy and want it now and then and leave. And then you got Mr. Joseph here. And Mr. Joseph is an upstanding guy. He wear tuxedos. He smell good. He take care of her, make sure she good, give her money when she doesn't need it, massage her feet, do all them things that she knows that if I ever had a baby, I would want to have it with him. I don't really like him, but I would like to have a baby with him. I know he would stay. What you think they're gonna do? They're not gonna obviously go with the Buki. He doesn't care. They don't go with the dude that's right there that's helping her out, that she's in a relationship with. He ain't gonna know, you know what I mean? As long as she just keep it going. They both of the kids black, you know what I mean? They won't know. They just say, oh my features is a little strong, you know what I mean? So they just look more like me. You know what I'm saying? And go through all those years in life just to realize it's 9 of your kids. 3 of them. 3. One is tragic enough, but you have 3 and you've been with her for 10 years, a decade. Y'all been married? Is crazy. I did a little bit of research on this story. I didn't do so much, but I did a little bit of it. I was trying to find like the actual like uh, uh, like hard information when I was looking at other people YouTubes and stuff like that. I was trying to find my own like actual video of it. I couldn't really find one. Um, but yeah, he snapped. He snapped. And then not to realize that they not your kids, they one of your relatives? Bro. Imagine 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 Christmas, man, Thanksgiving, they birthdays. Oh, Uncle so and so he got you this. Oh, so and so got you that. Realizing that's probably his fucking kid. That's really his dad giving him a gift. Oh, so and so he bought you this. He got you some new shoes and stuff, some new clothes. And that's the father the entire time. I I don't honestly, personally for me, I don't even know what I would do. I mean, I go to therapy for situations I go through, but I don't know how I would react in that situation. Like that's just crazy. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. And you hear 'em married men. These not just regular dudes just talking. These married men with kids in their 30s. I'm 32. Some of these is like, I mean, most of them are saying they was 31 and stuff like that, which is like a year younger, or whatever. But still in the same ballpark. But still, nonetheless, Still, these married men just saying like, "Hey, I have kids too myself. I don't know what I would do if I found out this and the third." But at the end of the day, she'll get out of that hospital. She will heal, hopefully. No repercussions will happen to her at all. But now, what she probably going to do when she realized that the breadwinner or the person bringing in all the possibly the money, the person doing this, that, and the third, the person doing all these moves and stuff for the kids, we just realize that foundation of that man is out of the picture. She will be like, "Oh, you know what? I had sex with so and so. Yeah, I cheated on my marriage. He's the father. He's the father. He's the father." Now all of a sudden names get called. You get what I'm saying? So it's like I feel like for me, all this, I said this in my previous video, all this could have been stopped by just doing a DNA test at birth. Straight up. Because he would have looked at that DNA test and said, "That day my kid." You know what happened? He most likely would have left. And then she would have continued on with the second and the third kid by herself. Single mom shit. And it would have been just like that. Just left alone. He would have been out there finding another woman, married another woman, falling back in love, having his like actual biological kids with her. Instead of him being in this situation now, where you find out three of your kids for a wife that you've been with for 10 years. It's not even your kids. That's tragic, man.
Actually destroyed this man's life. You made this man be a father knowing dang well you was out there creeping and cheating with another man and forced this man to I don't know if he got married before the kids or after, but it really don't matter. Because I'm pretty sure if you had told him after the first baby wasn't his, he'd have been gone, and you knew that. And so you kept having babies with another man. Come on, bro. That's why they don't want DNA tests mandatory. And I know not all women cheat, not all men cheat, but man, there's some sneaky people out here, man. And come on, bro. They need to release bro. I'm sorry. Release him. I'm sorry. I don't say free nobody, but free Deshaun Hood. Free him. Because ain't no way.
I'm a strong believer in like taking accountability of your actions. Yes, there's a hard crash out, but like releasing him is like, I'm sorry, bro. You literally almost try to kill someone. Like, I get it. The crash out. You found out three of your kids is not yours. You're mentally not there at that moment. You're angry. You just want like I get it, but release that's a hard stress. Like I'm sorry. Like I would love for him to get out. I would love for him to get out, but this day and age, that's not happening. That's not happening.
Ain't no way.
Now, to be clear, no, I don't think men who go through paternity fraud or who have somebody who cheats on them and they walk in and see him should just pull out a gun and end everybody. Of course not. Of course not. But I do think part of the reason why you see some of these reactions are, number one, is a very horrific acts to someone's psyche. These can produce existential crises like, who am I? What have I been working for my whole life? But also, you know that the law really doesn't take paternity fraud that seriously.
Free that man. If this story about Deshaun Hood is true, the man who allegedly shot his wife because he found out that 3 of their children were not his and instead were family members, free that man. That's a crime of passion. Hear me out. Some of y'all women will flip out when another woman texts your man, and y'all are destroying cars and burning clothes and trying to run them over. But this man finds out that his wife has cheated on him, not once, not twice, but 3 times with family members. Think about the fact that this man is at 4th of July, hosted at his house, and all of these people that are cheating with his wife are sick.
I just said something like that. Being together, family, like Christmas or something like that, and he giving gifts to his actual kids or something like that, whether it's the uncle or one of the cousins in his family or something like that, doing that, like giving kids his actual son. And she knows that that's his son. He knows that's probably his son, but no one's going to say anything. I literally just said that, like the thought process. All those years of just having family events, cookouts. I'm not sure y'all family still do cookouts, stuff like that once in a while. I don't really know too much of my family because of my head injury, but I know my family. I'm not sure they still do, but I know they used to do cookouts where every year they do like a big cookout. All the family get together, they cook some food, they talk, meet up. Just giving updates and stuff like that. Dance at the end. Da 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 da. Type still. You know what I mean? But knowing that, bro, being around your family, kissing, loving on them. This is my baby, and it was one of your uncle, your cousin, your that's that's crazy, man.
At his table eating his food.
Mercy. Real enemies.
He is at Christmas watching his kids opening up gifts. Yeah, this was from Uncle such and such. In reality, that's from your daddy. Whole time, this woman is looking this man in the face. Yeah, I need you to go work some overtime because we need some back to school clothes for the kids. Them ain't his kids. I fully believe that it needs to be mandatory that we do DNA tests at birth.
Of course.
For everybody.
Of course.
Married, dating, hookups. Everybody needs to be doing DNA tests.
Of course.
Before they sign a birth certificate.
100%.
Because this is one of them situations where, very sad, the woman survived. Allegedly, she is still at the hospital recovering from her injuries. But this is a crime of passion. That man blacked out.
Right.
Because I know I would.
Men have been saying it for a while. DNA tests need to be mandatory. Let's read a few of these comments. Top comment here says, too bad his emotions got to him. He could have had a family cookout and got all of them, not just her. Damn. It's a crazy I was like, where's this comment going right here?
Y'all boyfriend and y'all get pregnant. Why do y'all tell on yourselves? Just let your boyfriend be the baby daddy.
I'm going to assume this is a troll, right? But I'm kind of serious what I'm about to say. Get a DNA test in front of that woman. We need to start having the
going right here.
Y'all boyfriend and y'all get pregnant. Why do y'all tell on yourselves? Just let your boyfriend be the baby daddy.
I'm going to assume this is
I'm gonna take that as a troll. I want to, but reality, I most likely is not. But I want to take it as a troll, what she just said. I want to, but in reality, it's most likely not a troll at all. That's just how she think, pretty much. That's
a troll, right? But I'm kind of serious what I'm about to say. Get a DNA test in front of that woman. We need to start having the conversation of how would you feel if you knew I got a DNA test on our baby, and see how that conversation goes. Because I just saw John make a video and he was like, women were getting upset. Where'd you get upset that I want to make sure this baby is mine? Now wait, before you be like, oh my God, the audacity, that's so rude. Don't y'all be saying it's all men until no men? Don't women out here be getting pregnant by other men that's not the one that's supposed to be the baby daddy?
my thing is, if you ask your woman a simple question of, hey, I'm gonna get a DNA test on so little Bill, little whatever, fucking Kite Kunte, whatever. Like, you want to get a DNA test on one of your kids, and she has an attitude, 100% start pushing for a DNA test pretty quick. There shouldn't be no reason after that portion to do it. My thing is, if she knows that that's your kid, right? She knows that's your kid. You ask for a DNA test, she's gonna look at you like, okay, go and take it. It's your kid. Like, ain't haven't been anybody else. Go take it. And if you take it, you like, damn, she seemed more confident. Okay, I'll take it. Oh, actually, it is my kid. Okay, cool. No harm, no foul. You're still there. You're still, maybe if y'all not together, paying child support. If y'all are together, you're still living in a household, still doing daddy stuff. Nothing changed, right? Nothing changed. You just confirming something that you feel like you need to confirm. That's it. But the thought process is, what if you don't do it? Nah, that's my kid, bro. I know her. I know her. Me and her been together for a long time. He been with her for 10 years. 3 of them is not his kid. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to tell all men here to go ruin the household or go whatever, you know what I mean? Go cause some drama. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying the thought process that maybe taking a little DNA test, it would not hurt anything. Taking a DNA test, okay, it's still my son. All right, cool. I'm still doing my daddy duty, still do whatever I need to do for my kid. Nothing changed. If you realize it's not your child, then what? You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'd rather know than not know. Or have in the back of my head that, we did stop talking around this time. She did have some problem talking to some other dude. She always around her ex. This best friend she has. She always around him. This, that, and the third. You get what I'm saying? Like, this dude had someone in his family fuck his wife. His family. Like, man, the crash out, I see why he did it. I see why he did it. I get it. I see why he did it. But it's consequences for your action that you take. You get what I'm saying? I don't want to be a bitch about it or be like an asshole, but I mean that's the truth. There's consequences in the things that you do. But yeah, I honestly I don't know what to say about that. I don't know what to say about that. It's just um let's just hear what this guy got to say right here.
We're out of Detroit, Deshaun Flood. So this guy was married. He's 37 years old, I think. He's got 3 kids. And I don't know how he found out, but at some point here recently, he found out that all 3 of his kids were not his, and they were actually the kids of his family members. Man, I'm a man, and damn, man, when I saw the story, when I saw somebody talking about it, that kind of hits, man. Like, that's, man, you cannot do that to a man. You just cannot, like, I'm not condoning I can't sit here and say I condone what he did.
Right.
But I'm going to tell you, there's not a lot of things that are going to throw a man into a state of mind where he's not thinking very straight.
Right.
And he's going to be full of rage. But, man, this might be one of them. But, man, girl, I don't know why any females would do this to a man. This is cruel. You let somebody raise what he thought was his kids, and the whole time you knew they weren't. Not only were you cheating, not only were you just a hoe, but then you bore the children of other men, and there were men in his family. This could be his uncles, cousins, whatever. But like, I never even heard of a story like this. That's just worse than even finding out that other men are the fathers of your children. It's your own blood.
Right. Right.
Damn, I don't know, man. That's a rough one, man. I kind of, in a way, feel bad for him.
Very rough. Very, very rough.
None of the kids are his. I understand. I absolutely understand. Child, and people be so mad when you say, I understand something. I do understand it. Just because I understand it don't mean I agree with it. I do understand why he would go up there and want to take her to glory. I absolutely understand. So, 37-year-old Deshaun Flood went to his wife's job on July the 29th. He sat there and waited for her for a moment until he saw her at Pomeroy Living Facility in Sterling Heights. Now, when he spotted her, he did pull up on her and he pulled out his firearm from his waistband. And she tried to take cover by jumping in one of her coworkers' vehicles. He did shoot her several times as she was trying to close the door. He was able to stop her. She was able to run away from him and get back into the building, as well as the coworker, who was not hit at all. He unfortunately was able to catch up to the wife, and he did pistol whip her at that time. He was arrested on scene, and of course he is facing charges, as he should be. But I do understand why he did what he did. They have 3 children, and he thought all 3 of those children were his, and not a single one is his. Now, I did see somewhere where it says that they are by 3 different family members of his. I hope that part is not true, because 3 of them not being his is already diabolical enough. But 3 separate family members of his, that will require a lot of therapy. So we're going to hope not, okay? We're going to hope not on that. Probably is at the level of the highest embarrassment that he has 3 children that he thought was his, and he should have known that they weren't his, and or he trusted her enough to believe that they were his. Now, I'm a very non-trusting person, so I don't understand trusting anybody, but I don't trust nobody. But if you have taken the time to take your vows with somebody and they produce children that you believe to be yours because that was part of the vows that y'all took together, and then you find out that they are not yours, I understand wanting to retaliate. Does that make retaliation okay? Absolutely not. But I understand it. But he is, of course, facing multiple charges. He is being held on $1 million bond at this time. Good luck to him. The wife is still recovering from her injuries. She is expected to survive her injuries, but definitely seeing therapy in the future of all three of those children as they learn the man that they thought was their father, who is not their father, tried to take their mom to glory. Her behavior, his behavior, both of their behaviors combined, unacceptable all the way around.
Hey guys, as always, I appreciate.
I would agree with that 100%. I agree with that 100%. 100%. 100%. It just, I don't even know I don't know what to start at, honestly. Conclusion is just get a DNA test, man. That's the that's the conclusion. Just get a DNA test. Just get a DNA test. That's all I can really sum it up from this. Just get a DNA test because at the end of the day, he was raising those kids for so long just to realize they not his. All three of them. He been together with her for 10 years, 9 years, whatever the case may be. It doesn't matter. It's a long ass fucking time. Some people don't even get past year 2 or 3 being married. Being married that long, and then you find out all your babies, the calling you daddy, all them times of watch helping them walk, seeing them walk, first tooth come out, going to football practice when they old enough. I don't think they was old enough, buying them clothes, taking them on events and fucking vacation and stuff, buying shoes, make sure they was good, changing their diaper, holding them at night when they cry. All that stuff that he did for someone else's kids. And each kid is by another man. You know how crazy that sounds? At that in this video, I just want y'all to just think about that. Each kid that she had was by another man in his family. So let's just say he didn't take a DNA test. Was she gonna stop? The first one is crazy. The second one clearly is a pattern. The third one, like, she don't give a fuck at that point. She would have kept going. About different people in his family. One could be a cousin, one could be one of his nephews, another one could have been like you get what I'm saying? Could be a cousin, uncle, a nephew. That's like that's crazy to me, man. That is crazy to me. But at the end of the day, she's gonna get out of the hospital, go back to her kids, explain to them that daddy, I'm sorry, that the guy that was raising them is in jail and he's not coming back home. I don't even know if she will explain that because then she have to probably explain that that's not even their dad. It's their uncle or cousin or that's crazy. I personally I want to look up on this story when she get out of the hospital because social media is a big thing. People love clout. So I will 100% pretty sure that she's gonna come out, make a video, and speak out on her testimony or some shit. 100% she's gonna speak out because this is gonna follow her when she go to work, when she go back to her family and others things. Like she's not gonna get out of the hospital and people not gonna look at her and recognize her like, oh, you the girl with 3 kids and not. You know what I'm saying? See, she gonna speak out on it. She gonna speak out, and when she does speak out, I hope the man that actually is those kids' father, I hope they speak out so I can understand why didn't you say anything? Why did you sleep with a married woman? Honestly, there's a lot of questions I want to be answered. Like, to be honest, a lot of questions. There's no fucking way she sat there and thought that no, it couldn't been him. I always thought all the kids was his. They all look like him. I don't know what to say, man. Seeing like the more seeing like the more videos I watch, the more and more I'm just surprised at the world that we live in. It's just from people putting babies in the back of a trunk car for 2 months to someone having 3 kids by someone else's family member, by your husband's family members. It's, it's crazy. See you on the next one.